Welcome back, my friends, to the National Briefing with me, Kelly Nash. Action-packed morning here because I've got basically 3 clips I want to get to and a short amount of time to get to them. So it was an action-packed weekend on social media and the Sunday morning shows. But we start with a YouTuber who landed an interview with Gavin Newsom, and this YouTuber went to the governor's mansion, and Gavin Newsom loved this interview so much that he actually retweeted it on his social media platforms. The YouTuber is explaining the disdain amongst the Democratic base because they had, at one time, in the not-too-distant past, the White House, the Senate, and the House. They had it all, and they did not pass what this YouTuber described as the most important thing to all Democrats, H.R. 1, which was a bill basically that would have said anybody can vote whenever they feel like it, whether they're an American, whether they're alive or dead. We can steal all elections moving forward. They didn't get that bill passed. Gavin Newsom is asked about that, but he actually goes a little bit further in his frustration. Listen.
It's exhausting. I'm sick of it, and I don't want to be on the receiving end of that anymore. I'm sick and tired of being on our heels, got to be on our toes. I'm sick of this party needs to wake up. These guys aren't screwing around. I mean, they've rolled back the last half century. In real time, that's just 6 months. Right. Can you imagine this guy having an additional 42 months with no system of checks and balances, no oversight?
Safe to say, Gavin Newsom is not happy with the way things are going under the Trump administration. But also safe to say, we'll use the word that Joe Biden loved, consequential. Donald Trump has been very consequential, okay? He's got a lot done. Now, whether you consider it rolling back, or how about, yes, he is rolling back. He's restoring law and order. He is getting us back to sanity. Some people, like Gavin Newsom and a lot of the Democrats, not happy with that. Now, there's a representative, she's a fan favorite, Madeleine Dean, and I say she's a fan favorite because she's not quite like a household name yet. She's not like part of the squad or anything like that. Madeleine Dean represents one of the most liberal, crazy sections of Pennsylvania you'll ever find, and she is continually being invited back onto the fake Tapper show, and she was on this weekend, and when Jake asked her about the new poll that came out that said Democrats are at their lowest point in the history of polling, more Americans hate the Democrats than ever before. And it's like they're way upside down compared to Republicans. This is how Madeleine Dean analyzed it.
What I see and what I hear from my constituents, everybody is anxious, upset, worried.
Sure.
They're worried about Gaza. They're worried about war crimes in Ukraine.
What?
They are worried about tariffs. They can't plan because businesses can't plan. They're also now worried about things they weren't worried about. Medicaid. Tens of thousands of my constituents are at risk of losing Medicaid support. So they're worrying about things they didn't have to worry about before, and they see a president not solving the big issues.
That's what you saw? Madeleine Dean looks at polling that came out basically Friday that says Democrats are going way in the wrong direction. And her final analysis of that is that it's because Donald Trump is not solving the big problems. That's why the Democrats are going the wrong way. That's what you saw. Love it. Keep running with it. Now, let's get on over to maybe the dumbest question ever asked on the dumbest show that's ever aired. I'm talking about the Right Reverend Al Sharpton.
A new Wall Street Journal poll shows Democrats getting their lowest approval number among voters in 35 years, with Republicans outperforming them by nearly 20 points. How big of a red flag should this be for Democrats a year before the midterms? And what can they do to improve their perception among voters?
Full stop. Reverend Al, you just, you legit asked that question. Is this a red flag? How big of a red flag is it? It's the worst polling in the history of polling. They're more than 20, well, they are about basically 20 points behind the Republicans. How big of a red flag is that? You have to ask that question? Well, thank God. He brought on, I don't know this woman. I looked her up. When you look at the crawler on MSNBC, Juanita Tolliver is described as a Democrat strategist. If you look at her LinkedIn page, she's been a contributor on MSNBC. She's got a Sirius XM radio show, apparently. She's written several books. She's I will give her, she's a very attractive person. She got a head full of rocks. Juanita Tolliver, here's that data. We thought that Madeline Dean from Pennsylvania was nuts. Wait a second. Step back. Step back. Let Juanita Tolliver attack the problem.
This is a blaring red alarm that Democrats should not ignore. And I say that thinking about how angry people are, because Democrats specifically ran on a platform in 2024 about how dangerous Donald Trump is.
Correct.
And I think it's important for Democrats to listen to this and recalibrate, even including how they treat candidates who do excite voters, who do expand the number of people engaging in elections. And of course, I'm talking about New York City mayoral candidate, the Democratic nominee, Zohran Mamdani. The fact that Democrats have not overwhelmingly endorsed his campaign and then see this type of polling, which show them down, means that they need to reset themselves.
Wow. You saw a poll that came out Friday that said you're 20 points underwater. You're the least popular you've been in history. You started the answer actually correct, because Democrats did run on a platform of Donald Trump is the most dangerous thing we've even flirted with it. Why would you even flirt with Hitler 2.0? You shouldn't even be talking to this guy. Are you kidding me? This is like if you're a parent and you're talking to your daughter, she's kind of interacting with an individual, and you say that guy is nothing but bad news. Are you kidding me? This guy's a member of a drug cartel. This guy he's going to lead you into a life of misery and depression and prison and drugs and just chaos. And she goes ahead and marries him anyway. And what happens? He turns out to be the CEO of a medical device company or something. They move into a beautiful neighborhood. They're raising gorgeous children together. They're living a life of bliss. 5 weeks paid vacation. They're taking trips all around the world. And you continue to sit at your house and throw rocks at him and say, that guy's a bum. He's nothing. He's a loser. Get out of it. America's woke up. They woke up. Donald Trump is not Hitler 2.0. Did you not see Juanita Tolliver? Did you not see that Donald Trump is getting deals done all over the world? The EU just signed the biggest deal in history. And, well, you know what? You guys just keep analyzing. I love the direction the Democrats are going.